What's up, 8th grade? It's your boy, Mr. Singh. He's coming out with a video for your first exit ticket that was dealing with describing forces. It had two questions. The first one was, what is a force? The second one was to draw an interaction between two labeled objects we discussed in class. It says today, but we know it was a little while ago. In your caption, include the necessary components, the relationship between them, and the connection between the model, the clay ball, and the phenomenon, the car and truck collision. Alright, let's get to work. We know that when a car and a truck collide, they actually make contact with each other as soon as they hit. That causes them to have a force interaction on each other. We know that the car hits the truck and the truck hits the car. We know that the car was, in this example, was coming from the left side, so we know that the force was heading towards the right as it was moving towards the right. Similarly, the truck was coming from the opposite direction. It came towards the left side. Now, while you may notice that both the truck and the car have different masses, and specifically the truck has a much larger mass than the car, it doesn't mean that the forces are one force is greater than the other. Notice in my diagram the arrows point in opposite directions to show the direction, and similarly they're the same size to show that the forces are equal in magnitude. We know that the force of the truck interacting on the car is equal to the force of the car interacting on the truck. We modeled this with a clay ball and noticing that the indentation on both sides was equal. So, when we want to think about answering our questions, what is a force? Essentially, a force is a push or pull exerted by objects exerted on each other. So, that means that when the two objects came in contact with each other, they pushed at each other. The car pushed on the truck and the truck pushed on the car. The second one asked you to draw a force interaction. So on the previous slide, you saw that I used a model of a truck and a car. I included arrows. They showed the relative mass of the vehicles, and they also showed that forces were equal and opposite. Your caption should look something like this. The diagram shows a collision between a car and a truck. The car and truck exert equal forces on one another, but in opposite directions. We modeled the collision by using our index finger and thumb to represent the car and truck respectively. The clay was used to model the collision. That's all for your first exit ticket. This is Sean Academy signing out. We will see you in the next video. Take care.